Today, we're going to talk about a route that you can use situationally to beat pretty much any zone coverage in the game. This is one of my favorites that you can use in short yardage, basically as a money concept overall that you could run between the 20s. This could be great down inside the red zone, especially that low red zone where the passing windows are pretty tight to open up some space for you. And this route is known as the smoke and slant. This route is such a great timing pattern that you guys can utilize in a zone-based game. A lot of times with players playing, an inside linebacker blitz, one linebacker in the middle of the field, hard flats on the field, and a bunch of deep zones that they switch stick to. This is not a route a lot of players are prepared for, and you guys are gonna be able to throw this over the middle of the field or to the outside portion of the field for easy yardage. Now, the formation we're gonna be in today's video is the pistol deuce. You can find this in the Seattle Seahawks offense, which you guys can find my bunch tight end game plan on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. However, if you guys look around the game as a whole, you guys will find examples of this route, and the way that it works is pretty consistent from formation to formation. In fact, if you look at some of the plays in the game, a lot of those trip style formations from the shotgun where it's called red zone something or goal line something, you can find examples of this route. So just look at your playbook. Some playbooks won't have this route, but it is a really good route and one that honestly might really consider switching playbooks for. So in this example, we're going to start off against a simple cover 2 drop. This is a non-hard flat style defense, and I want to show you how this works outside to in or inside to out. So with this play being a play action, I don't necessarily need that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the running back on a route. In this pistol formation, I can motion him to an offset position. If you guys have a running back apprentice, this will allow you to, go ahead and still utilize Texas routes, wheel routes, things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and clear out. Now, with this particular play, the important thing that you need to remember is that if they're not playing a hard flat, when you snap the football, you can actually go quick out to the flat and pick up your yardage. So again, with this concept, all you really have to do is make sure that you just wait that split second. You could drive the zones off, throw this right over the middle, and this is going to be a nice little grab. So you see right here, this is a great cover 2 beater. The vertical hook is really not going to impact the play too much. But another way that you guys can run this particular concept, if your formation allows you to, is by motioning. And the cool thing about this particular breakdown is that if we get a player on a fade on the outside, he's going to get that outside release and drive that cloud flat up the sideline. This could be a throw that we throw maybe just underneath quickly, and then we could pick up 4 or 5 yards as a smoke, just a quick blitz beater. But the other way that you guys can run this is by, again, kind of just waiting on this concept. So in this particular instance, maybe we go ahead and run it like this. We're going to snap the ball, wait, watch Moss run off the cloud flat, and then we throw an outside pass lead and scamper up the field for a gain of 12. So pretty cool way that you guys can manipulate the cover 2, whether it's outside to in or inside to out. Now, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the ZamMadden YouTube channel. I upload 5 times a week with long form videos in the morning and shorts in the afternoon to keep you on top of the pro metas in the game and how to counter them. If you guys like this type of content, you guys should even head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg, where I have over 85 vault tips already out for Madden, focused on the metas or the most effective tactics available of professional Madden, why the pro players do it, how it works, and how to counter it. And on top of that, you get all offensive and defensive game plans and members only Discord access at no additional charge. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. Go check it out. Now let's talk about cover 3. So with cover 3, all you really need to do, once again, is go ahead and snap the football. You can maybe throw the ball quick. Otherwise, just go ahead and throw the ball as he cuts over the middle. You're going to utilize a vertical route to the tight end to drive off the hook zone. I'll show this to you again. This is just a simple clear out by Kittle, aka the people's tight end, and we're going to snap the ball, let him clear that zone out, and then boom, we're throwing this ball right up the field as a slant. It's a really nice combo. Of course, you could also just run a regular slant streak combo, but it's not really going to work the same in terms of, you see right there, it's a tighter throw. The little pause on this route is really what makes this super money. So again, with this, you just notice a little bit of a 1 count helps clear out the zones just a little bit more. And you see right here, I could throw the ball upfield. Right there, I kind of let it to the outside. But again, you don't have to. You could lead this hard over the middle just with an inside pass lead, and you're going to be able to catch this ball in stride. You see right there, a game of about 12. And then again, you would not necessarily motion this guy out. The reason that I say that is that you're going to run into a situation where you're going to have a flat defender out there. So if you do that, be advised that that curl flat is going to be waiting. You can still throw it as an outside pass lead. If it's not a hard flat, they'll give you a little bit of room for that to be open. But probably not going to too often lead this up the field. Again, if they do just play regular curl flats that are going to drop, back on the sideline, this is fine. I mean, you see right here, I can throw this ball up the field Right there, we dropped it. But again, probably not going to be your favorite throw just to throw it into like a curl flat. Now, if they do play a hard flat, like a hard flat style cover 3 or a cover 4 with hard flats, you will obviously run into some scenarios where that's going to be a little bit more covered. Let's go ahead and start off with the first example here. We'll work kind of like a outside to in against a cover 3 hard flat. So again, I'm just going to drive off the seams. If I were to go and throw this right away, not going to be there. But again, I can wait until he kind of gets open over the middle and throw that as a slant. This is really, really good because one thing you can kind of do with this particular concept is maybe run a post to the tight end and then maybe a slant to the other guy. The only thing I would worry about with maybe a slant to the other guy is that maybe in some cases going to run a hook zone on the left over the middle, and that might kind of congest things a little bit for you. You know, you see like that kind of ends up drawing the underneath zone. One reason I might use the post on the same side as little slant route or the smoke and slant is that it's going to clear out the hook zone area. You probably run off the other side of the field, so that way hopefully Kittle can get open in the seam, and that gives you kind of like a deeper option on the left as well as a shallow option breaking right to left. So, you know, if the user doesn't use or Kittle, you're going to throw that. Otherwise, you know, you'll be able to take your check down if they do. But again, if they're playing like a cover 3 hard flat, you just need to make sure that you guys are, you know, driving off the hook zone defender. Super, super important. If it's a user defender, you may not need to use a vertical pull route. You might be able to kind of fiddle around with your route combo to make a right side user, you know, draw their attention over to the other side. It just kind of depends on, you know, how your opponent's playing. You know, in some cases, you might go ahead and run a slant post combo if they're lurking on that right side linebacker. You might be able to draw them over the middle and then kind of throw this ball, you know, in this area if the user went further to the left. But again, if you're playing an AI defender, you need to drive them off the ball. Now, we've gone through cover 3, a little bit of cover 2 action. Cover 4 has the same zones underneath as cover 3, so we don't really have to worry too much about any differences in manipulation there. I do want to talk about man-to-man coverage, however. So when it comes to man-to-man, this route depends on who you have. It is considered a double move. So you have this post and then boom, it breaks over the middle. Not every receiver is going to beat the man-to-man coverage the same way. So, you know, pay attention to route running. Short route running is going to be important for this to help with separation potential on this. Again, you can throw this over the middle and beat man-to-man, especially if they're not playing press coverage. I like that a lot about this route. You know, if you're getting into more of like a press type 2-man under situation, I'll show you what that looks like. So 2-man, you're going to get a jam on the outside. In that situation, you're going to see right there, it is not a bumpable route, but because he is playing that trail technique, that puts him in the spot where he's on the inside low hip. You're not really just going to chuck that with reckless abandon. So I would probably stay away from chucking this against 2-man under because it's not going to go swell for you. That's probably the best version of man coverage that somebody could play against this. So basically what I'm saying is if you guys are running up against this route, go ahead and play, you know, like a man and shade underneath. That would probably be the best way to combat it, albeit you would need a press alignment as well. You don't want to just play off coverage and shade down, because if I were to switch my route to a streak, that's a touchdown. So you're going to need safety help over the top if you decide to do that as well. So 2-man under is probably the best way to guard this route. But again, with so many other man beaters in the game, that's not necessarily the best option for everybody. I really do like this route, and I hope you guys did it as well. If you guys did, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.